Hello there guys, it's Stephen here back with another video, and it's Friday and I'm at work, which feels really nice, meaning I can make a video at a reasonable time of day as opposed to 11 o'clock at night, which feels quite nice. And today is a special video. Obviously we've got the Stoke game coming on Monday, but before that, before the preview that I'll probably do at the weekend, I want to do a Patreon video today. If you don't know, I've got a tier where if you pay $40 a month, which is a hell of a lot of money, and fair play to anyone who wants to commit that, you get to choose a video topic every month, basically one video for me to discuss. And this video today has been suggested by Nick Rodriguez. Nick, thank you for being an absolute hero. Nick wrote into me after pledging the $40 a month, which is brilliant of you. Seriously, Nick, thank you. You're an absolute star. And he said to me, I wanted to get your thoughts on the playing youth more versus winning more trophies over the next few years. I feel there might be a bit of a crossroads this summer where we could buy 4 top young players and the squad would be incredible. And over the next 3 years with Pep, and fingers crossed the reports are true, it looks like they are true, hopefully, we win a huge amount, but we would potentially block a lot of chances for the youth system versus buying 1 or 2 players and bringing some alone players back with Brahim and Foden to compete with the squad. We'd be less likely to win the short term, but I think it'd be great if that happened. Now, Nick, obviously, like myself, is a big advocate of youth football, and I'm going to try and basically clear up a few maybe misconceptions that people seem to have of those who are fans of youth team football in general. Obviously, there's no correct answer for this, but I am very much firmly on one side of the fence here, and I think there is, in general, the short answer is there's a balance to be had for this, and I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. I think you can win trophies and also integrate youth, and history and football over the 100-odd years it's been playing professionally or whatever it's been proves that. Academies, great teams have always had them. Great teams have always integrated players through their youth systems, and they will carry on doing that. Some are better than others, and money has changed the game, yes, but there still will be wonderful players that will come through academies, and if a little bit of patience, a little bit of nurturing, they'll break through. Now, a lot of people do tend to have the misconception that people who want to use youth players like myself think we should be starting them every game, we should sack off signing the likes of Leroy Sané or Laporte or whatever. That's not the case entirely. My arguments always come from a reasoned youth integration, a reasoned chance. The chances that we've had for Foden and Brahim in the past week. Now, Nick asked this question about 2 weeks ago, well before the Carling Cup final, sorry, the Carabao Cup final, I'm not on brand there, and well before the recent games. And if anything, these games recently have actually backed up my argument further. So thanks, Pep, for that, and thanks, Brahim and Foden, for proving that it can be done. In general, I think it's never worth expecting the world from young players. It's worth recognising their talent and ability and giving them teasers every now and then, showing them what they could be. And I think what we've seen recently, Foden, for example, coming on in the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal, that is a huge statement of intent. Then Foden becoming the youngest ever English player to start a Champions League game, and then Brahim coming on for half an hour and showing us all how good he can be. These are the kind of situations you're afforded when you're one of the biggest teams in world football. Though it may be harder to win trophies with the kids, and I actually agree with that, it does also mean that you get a few more dead rubber games because you're that good. Most teams don't tend to have dead rubber games because they're fighting for the top, or they're trying to avoid relegation or whatever, or they're trying to go on a cup run that most teams simply need for funding reasons. In terms of if you're a lower league club, a cup run can be absolutely vital for financial reasons. Manchester City, given how good we are, we tend to have a lot of dead rubber games because we make them by being excellent in the first leg, or winning so many games that one game becomes less important. This is the situation we're in, and all I ever ask as a football fan, an academy fan, is that young players are given the chances when they can be given the chances. Not that they should be used in the place of someone unless they warrant it, but they should be given chances to show what they can do. And if they're good enough when they get a chance, they should be given more chances occasionally to show what they can do. For example, Brahim, when he came on, I thought he was largely excellent. Now, I'd like to see him every now and then maybe get another 20 minutes here or there in the Premier League just to show what he's capable of, and maybe at some point get a start, because every time he comes on, he looks vibrant and lively, and that's what you'd expect from a highly gifted 18-year-old attacker. And by the same measuring stick, if they were poor and they're poor again and again, you think, well, maybe they're not quite ready yet. Maybe they need a few more months in the EDS or the 18s or whatever it is, or maybe they need a loan at the end of the season. These are totally realistic conclusions to make depending on the circumstances. All I ask is, at the very best, get offered that carrot on a stick, that incentive to be shown that there is a chance if they perform well. And this is what's happening now. And I think we're proving this year that youth integration can be handled quite intelligently. I think a lot of people would say Foden isn't ready yet, and technically he isn't ready, but that doesn't mean he isn't ready to be involved in and around the squad. Is he ready to be a first team starter at City? No. Is he even ready to be a professional footballer in the strongest, truest sense of the word? Probably not. He's scrawny, he's tiny, there's absolutely nothing to him. He's a lightweight little player, obviously still cut out for youth football, but it doesn't mean he isn't quality. It doesn't mean that he shouldn't be around the first team. And Pep is right to nurture him in this way. Pep is right to show him these glimpses of what it could be, because this is the best way for him to learn, instead of just playing with EDS for another 2 years. Pep obviously sees that talent. Pep is showing him these little tasters. Nick is right to suggest that if we just cancelled off all these big signings and threw a young lad or two in there, it probably would be detrimental to our form, and I would never suggest doing that. Winning trophies should always be the first and foremost objective for Manchester City, but it doesn't mean that we can't also give these young players a bit of something to work towards every now and then, especially the cream of the crop. I'm not expecting 5 or 6 players to break through in the next 2 or 3 years, but one here and then another maybe 2 years later to make it into the squad, that's great, and that's all you need to do as an academy at the highest level. Just have 1 or 2 every now and then break through. It's just great, and it gives these young lads in the academy something to work towards as well. Even seeing Maffeo come back next season after his exceptional loan spells at Girona, that would be enough to warrant the loan route that we seem to be taking with so many young players. It'd be enough to say, look, it works for them, so therefore don't worry about going alone for 2 years if you're a young player, a 17, 18-year-old thinking you won't get a chance. Maffeo could prove that to be a fallacy. You could prove that it's actually true, that you could get a chance if you prove yourself out on loan. That's all we need. We need to just, every now and then, give the ones who deserve it a chance here and there, just to see where they are. Because some people just rock it when they get a chance, and other people prove they're not quite ready. And I think the way it is in the moment under Guardiola, given that we're successful, I think he's doing the exact right way, and that's all I can ever ask for. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I think the balance between trophies and success, it's a fine one, but I think youth integration can coexist alongside this. I think big clubs have shown it over the years. I think United under Ferguson were absolutely excellent at it. I think Barcelona, the most famous example with La Masia. I think academy players it can be used, and as long as you treat the squad right, as long as you don't keep Deadwood there, as long as you keep it healthy, keep competition for places good, and as long as you're successful and have the manager who can nurture them. Guardiola is perfect for that. Anyway, guys, they are just my thoughts. Nick, thank you once again for writing in. Thank you for your support on Patreon. If you want to get involved, patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany. Go and check out all the vlogs I've been doing recently. Free in about 2 weeks. I've been spoiling you. Anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow for probably a preview of the Stoke game. See you later, guys. Hello there guys, it's Stephen here. Thanks for watching another Esteemed Kompany video. I want to say a very, very big thank you to all the patrons who've been supporting this channel recently. I could not carry on without you. I can't stress that enough. You've been absolutely awesome. And everyone who watches the videos as well, the likes and the comments and the shares, thank you very much. And a big thank you once again to Nick Rodriguez for sponsoring this video today. Guys, I will see you next time.